In this video, I'm going to attempt to buy a plane. I have finally saved up enough money, but first, I need to get my pilot's license. Will I succeed, or will I crash and burn? Stay tuned to find out. Well, I got my amazing Casey's breakfast pizza, my coffee, and I got my pickup all filled up. But guys, today is the day, and let me just say, I am really, emphasis on really, excited about what's about to happen. Finally saved up enough money to be able to afford to go to pilot school and to be able to afford to get my very own plane. As my plan is, since we are in the great state of Iowa, surrounded by cornfields and all sorts of amazing other fields, bean fields, wheat fields, cornfields. Yeah, that's probably about it. You know, I thought a great business idea would be to learn how to be a crop duster or a crop duster pilot. And like, I'm just super excited. And of course, I got to sit at a red light. Let's go, buddy. But I called the guys down at the local airport, told them that I had enough money to be able to afford to get my pilot's license. So we're going to be heading down there, and they're expecting me. So this shouldn't be any surprise to them. But right here on my left, we're just rolling up on the airport, and you can see all the airplanes that are sitting out there. I think the one that's sitting outside is the one that we're going to be flying today. But I'm going to go inside. I'm going to let these guys know that I'm here and see what they want to do for like a rundown, what we're going to do for preps and stuff like that. So I will be right back. So I just got done talking with them, and they told me the first thing I need to do is I need to do my 360 checks. And I've been reading about this in this pilot handbook that I've had for the past 10 years probably now, since I've wanted to become a pilot. A crop duster is probably one of the easiest ones I can go through and do my 360 checks on. You want to go through and you want to check your fins and your drags. You want to make sure that your sprayers are also good, that your nozzles are good, but I'm not going to be spraying any fertilizer right now at this time. So I'm just going to go do my basic 360 checks, make sure that there's no cracks on my lights, make sure my wings are all good. Continue to look around, check air pressure, make sure that everything looks good. Come back here to my tail, make sure that everything's connected on my tail so that way I don't end up falling out of the sky, because that would be a very bad thing, and I really don't want that to happen. But so far it looks good. I'm gonna go inside, give them the paperwork for the 360 checks, and I will be right back. All right, right now we are inside the plane. They gave me the radio headset, so I'm gonna be listening to them giving me directions, commands, and everything through the station over here. First thing I need to do is I need to get the engine started, and I need to get the engine up to temperature before we can take off. I need to make sure that my tail works and everything. Okay, so we have an operational tail. I think we're good. Let's get this thing out on the runway so that way we can get ready for takeoff. So right now, air traffic control has let me know that there are no planes coming down for landing. One already went out, so right now the runway is clear and we should be good to head out and get ready for this takeoff. Alright, so right now we have the plane up in the air, and they told me that I'm going to be doing a entire loop around the entire Tahiti County area, and so I'm kind of just going to take the opportunity to look around at the farms, look around at everything around me, get like a known of my surroundings, so that way like in future, if I get the chance to be able to spread, if I get the chance to be able to spray crops, I'll know exactly where I need to go. But man, this view is amazing. But the sad part is as soon as I land this plane, and if I pass my test, that's $100,000 right out of my bank account right there. Finally completed my one lap around Tahiti County, and right now we're getting ready to square up with the runway. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably going to be the hardest part right here, is successfully sticking this landing. So let's hope for the best here and see how well we can do. Nice and easy, a little bit off too far to the left, and we did it. Now we just need to finish taxiing the plane over here to the hangars, and I'm gonna head inside and ask him how I did. As you can see, the $100,000 is now out of my bank account. We now have $400,000, but good news and bad news. So the good news is, well, actually, no, the bad news is they told me that I was the best pilot they've seen. And quite frankly, I feel like I did pretty bad. But the good news, well, the reason why the $100,000 is out of my bank account is because now I am a legally licensed pilot. Just like that, in one day, I was able to get my pilot's license. So now I need to head back home, and I'm going to start scrolling through the internet, and I'm going to go see if I can find myself a plane to buy. So after searching and scrolling for probably about 35-40 minutes, I was able to find this plane right here. So right here is the plane that I was looking at. I found it. Right now, there's a combination actually for it, and that would help out my business actually a lot more is that they have a trailer that already has a fertilizer tank on it and the pumps to be able to pump the fertilizer into the plane itself, meaning that now I don't have to go on the search for looking for one. And the combination of the two, they want $400,000, or they want $395,000 for the combination. And the plane looks amazing. I'm gonna go check it out, but the problem is I don't know exactly how I'm going to haul it back to the airport. So maybe we can work some things out. Maybe the guy will be able to ship it down there for me. But I'm gonna go check this plane out, and I'm gonna see if I can buy this thing. So we secured the plane, and we have secured the trailer. And the guy that I bought the plane from, let me get it for $350,000. That means I have $50,000 left over to do pretty much whatever I want with. Most of it's probably going to go into putting fertilizer in this trailer that I got, but that's no big deal. But now I'm going to be heading to the co-op, and I'm going to be getting some fertilizer for my trailer, as long as I can stay out of the other lane and not hit somebody and ruin all my hopes and dreams in like 10 seconds. But yeah, we're going to go to the co-op, and we're going to get some fertilizer. And $12,000 later, we have now got the trailer filled up with fertilizer. And now it's time for the long drive to the airport. But here we are. We are now back at the airport. I'm gonna get rolling up here onto the flight line. And it looks like our plane's already delivered. But right here seems like a good enough place to park. I'm gonna go validate my pilot's identity and everything like that. I'm gonna go inside, and all I can do is wait for a job to come up.
2 hours later.
Hello? Sure can. Alright, sounds good. Yep, I'll get that done. And just like that, we got our first job. So, get this pulled up over here real quick, and we'll get the plane filled up with some fertilizer. And while we're waiting for this to fill up, the engine's gonna be warming up, and then before too long, we'll be able to get on the runway, taxi out, and we should be able to go get that field sprayed. So if you look down here on my tablet here, you can see this is where the airport's at. This is the runway right here, and this blank spot where this field is. And the field that we're going to be spraying is up here. It is a ways away from where the airport's at, so we have a little bit of a flight ahead of us. But it's going to be this little field down here, field 129. Farmer called, said he wants it sprayed. He just got done planting, so we're going to go through and we're going to get this sprayed real quick. And we should be getting paid a pretty good amount of money. So the price is about $500 per acre sprayed plus distance to the field, and the distance probably here is close to, if not around 50 miles. So at 50 miles at about $10 per mile, that's another $500 right there. Plus this, he said this is about a 40 acre field, so we're sitting at about $2,000. So we should be able to make a decent amount of money out of this deal. Now we have the plane all filled up with fertilizer. It's time to get this thing all taxied out to the runway, and we're going to get ourselves up in the air. Alright, right now we're getting ready to near our field, so we're going to get ourselves our sprayer turned on, and we're going to get starting on applying some fertilizer. The first pass was a success. Let's get ourselves turned around and get another pass down. Well, there we go. The first job is completed, and we are done. We are going to start heading back to the airport, get ourselves landed, start filling out the paperwork, get it sent up to this farmer so that way he can get us paid, and so that way we can start making a living off spraying crops. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Midwest Ag for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.